eye patch. Wait, are you? Oh, you're Seal. I thought so. Everyone's like, how did you not know? Sorry. Yeah, just sign this contract for me. I will be your Sebastian. Oh my God, that voice. I don't know what it is about that voice that drives people insane. It's just a British accent, right? But I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, like a couple of years ago. And I was at this con, and the con I was there for a couple extra days to visit friends. And so the hotel had gone back to that horrible place we call normal. Like all the con goers and all the festivities and the colorful, costumes had gone away, and like different staff were now hanging out in the hotel. And I wasn't done being on. So it's hard to turn that. I was still in that environment, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to mess with people, so I'm just going to do this voice all day. And I went to the concierge desk and started talking to this lovely girl named Debbie. Debbie, hello. I'm not local. I was wondering if you could put me in the direction of like a good, an Italian restaurant or something, just whatever. We're just making stuff up just for the excuse to talk to her in this accent, right? And she is looking at me like... And she finally just says, no, stop. What is that? What is that coming out of your mouth? Just stop. And I try to play it off, thinking maybe she's just really good and she knows this is put on. Or maybe she's offended. I have no idea. Maybe there's a history with her and the British. I don't know. And so I'm talking to her like, oh, I'm sorry, it's the accent. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult for people to understand. So if I need to slow down, so she said, no, what? Oh my God, Deborah, come here, Deborah. Debbie and Deborah, I'll never forget it. Deborah comes over, she's like, say something. I'm like, hello, Deborah, how are you? Debbie goes, no, see, if you were my boyfriend and you talk like that to anybody else, I would kick your ass. Just wondering, like, I am never going to do this voice in public again. I am always going to do this voice in public from now on. Oh, how cool. Hazelnut? It's hazelnut? So, let's see. I see you with the hoodie and like the bow tie and it's you. You look like you just sat down and you're looking, yes, you, yes. You're like, oh crap, that's me. Let me just say real quickly, I love how when I pick on you and I'm like, you wearing the thing, and you're all like, am I wearing the thing? I'm wearing the thing. It's my favorite thing about picking questions. So yes, darling. I don't know, what are they? It's a two-parter, okay. Sure, shoot. Thank you for saying it like that. You and Brina have something going on. No. Yeah, okay, yes and no. I'll say that. What's your second question? Why is that coming back to haunt me now? That was like an Otakon thing from 5 years ago. Like, hey, can you say daddy? Oh. Now do I pick note to self, no more hoodies. I'll probably forget it. Okay, so as far as the Brina thing is concerned, we did for a time about 5 years ago have a little bit of a prank war between us going on. Brina is one of my dearest friends. I love her to death. She and her husband are two of like the most amazingly, fantastically fun and talented people to hang out with. I love them. She's so incredibly good at everything she does, it kind of makes me hate her a little bit. No one has the right to be that beautiful and talented and perfect and sweet and, forward-thinking. It's sickening. But she's one of my dear friends, and if Brina's your friend, she likes to play pranks on you. That's what Brina does, because, she's evil. Now, I am not very good at playing pranks on people. I'm not. So when I say there was a prank war going on, I mean she won. I came home after dinner one evening about 5 years ago to find out that someone had been in my house. I walked in and my furniture had been rearranged. everything had just been completely like turned, like not like someone had, but it looked like someone had just decided to redecorate. And I thought, oh my God, a crazy fan has found out where I live and has decided to feng shui my house. Oh my God, they're still hiding in the closet in a clown mask with an axe. That is a weird, and by the way, and so when I call Brina, because when something like that happens to me, my first thought is, it's Brina. It has to be Brina. So I called Brina up, and oh, by the way, yeah, there was a $5 bill on my couch with a note on it that said, "We had fun, thanks." So my first thought is, this has to be Brina. Only Brina would do something like that. I don't know how the hell she got in, but who knows? She came down the chimney. She's tiny. So I called her up, and she is such a consummate actress that within 5 minutes, as sure as I was before calling her that she had to be the culprit, because at 5 minutes on the phone with her, and I was just as sure that she couldn't possibly have done it. She had like a string of alibis, and oh, damn, I would never. Why would I? Look at me, I'm little. I can't rearrange your furniture. Oh, that's right. Oh crap. There really is a crazy fan with a clown mask and an axe in my closet. Oh crap! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And this is gonna be one of those weird, like, you know, stories you hear about at cons. It is still, but. So several hours passed, by the way, because her version was she's like, oh, I totally meant to call him out. I was going to let him sweat it out for like an hour, and then call him back. Like, yeah, it was me. She fell asleep. So it was more like 4 or 5 hours, and so I called the cops. That's a weird conversation, by the way. When a cop comes over and they're like, well, nothing's taken, so someone just broke in to move your stuff around. And I'm mad because the cop's not taking me seriously, and I'm an actor, and so I'm like, well, you don't understand, I'm kind of a big deal, but I'm not. Never mind, you wouldn't know. It's some crazy fan. Well, fan of what? I'm like, okay, so I'm in this thing called anime. What is that? I'm like, shit. Look, it's just a clown, all right? It's a clown, and I'm sure they're here. Could you do a sweep of the room, please? So I finally, at a few minutes, now her version of the story, she calls me up and says, ha ha ha, it was me, after waking up and going, oh crap, I need to call him. Not actually what happened. She called me back when she got around to it 4 or 5 hours later. And her first response was, oh my God, Tatum. Oh, I should go back for a second. The reason I finally did call the cops was I was like, okay, this has to be someone playing a prank on me, I don't know. And this has been like an hour into the discovery. I go into my refrigerator to find a pint of my favorite ice cream waiting for me with my name on it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm calling the cops! And there was a point of contention between me and the officer because they were like, they left you ice cream, dude. That sounds pretty nice. I was like, it's not, it's creepy! Stop acting like someone's done me a favor! I mean, I do like where the couch is now. I'm probably gonna leave it there, but that's not the point! So Brina calls me up 5 hours later to be like, Tatum, oh my God, did they okay, this is weird, did they leave things in your fridge? I'm like, yes, oh my God, yes, they left like vanilla ice cream with my name on it. It's weird. She's like, oh my God. Someone did the exact same thing to me. So now my already weird imagination is like, oh my God, someone has marked all the Black Butler voice actors for death. We're all gonna die, oh God. To which she's like, ha 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 ha, dumbass, it was me. So I tried to get her back months later at a convention by spreading this rumor. She was in a show called Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad. It's a really awesome, awesome show. One of her first real breakout performances in the industry, and she's just brilliant in it. It's a great show. Not a lot of people know about it. It's one of those sleeper hits, right? And it was always one of those shows I was talking about earlier that you love, you put your heart into, and then just doesn't quite take off. It has a devoted following, and we're very grateful for that. But it never became huge popular. Well, so I decided to tell everyone at this con. I started spreading this rumor. We made a video and everything about, Brina had a pet sloth named Beck that had died in a tragic tree trimming accident just like the week before, but she was still gonna pick herself up by the bootstraps and come to this convention. And so everyone, and I had flyers around everywhere, and you know, people coming up to Brina going, "Oh my God, we're so sorry about Beck." She's like, "I know, right?" But it didn't work. It didn't work. Brina is just nonplussed. You understand? She's unflappable. Like, for all she cared about it, she might as well have been wearing the dead thing on her back. It's like, "Oh, I know, it's crazy, right?" No, she would never do that. But it failed miserably because none of the people were doing it. I'm like, "Oh, whatever." So I tried to ask people for advice on how I could get her back, and people came up with the meanest things. "Oh my God, you can put a fake pregnancy test in her room." I'm like, "No, that's what? No, my God." So I have never really gotten her back. And at the same con, I might add, she went ahead and got me because she's like, "I just want to let you know I'm going to prank you because I figure you're going to get me, so I'm going to be preemptive because I'm an overachiever." Yeah. And she totally got me. She sang "Send in the Clowns" to me in front of everyone on stage. And her own version of it, it was really terrifying. Oh my God. I have only just a few more minutes left, so I figure I want to do like a lightning round, so that's where I don't talk quite as much. You with the red garland, we'll go with you.